Good afternoon, guys, and happy, I forgot today is Tuesday. No, I think today's Wednesday. Wow, it's way later in the week than I thought it was. Still feels like Monday. Honestly, I woke up and was like, I don't feel like even doing anything. Like, I don't know, not even like, I just felt really bored and like sort of like out of it. Like, I was doing family research and stuff like that yesterday, and then today I was just like, I kind of don't even feel like doing that right now either. Like, I don't know, I just like wasn't really like, is it feeling like it, and I didn't know what to do. So like, I uploaded today because I actually realized that today I didn't have any videos that were actually scheduled for. I thought they were scheduled up until today, and I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to fix my sock. There was like a hair or something like that in my sock and I need to get it out. Now I can't put my sock on with one hand. I think I got it. Anyways, so I was, like I said, I was uploading today and I was like, what do I want to watch? And so I was like, do I want to watch a movie? Do I want to watch something on like YouTube or watch something on Netflix? Or like, I don't know. I just, like I said, guys, have felt kind of out of it. And I don't know, sometimes too when I watch like YouTube videos, they inspire me to like do like a lot of YouTubers that I watch. Like I watch for like meal prep stuff sometimes, and not necessarily meal prep, but like freezer dinners and like grocery shopping and like that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't want to watch anybody like and like watch any YouTube videos or anything like that and be really sad that I can't, like, you know, because a lot of times that inspires me to like go to the grocery stores and like do shopping and stuff like that, or, you know, couponing and things. And I was like, it's gonna be really sad if I watch like some of those. I feel really inspired to do it, but I really can't go to like the grocery stores and things. So yeah guys, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. So I ended up actually, for some reason today, Hulu was not working. Actually, I went on my TV, and it's a smart TV, and I kept clicking on the apps that are like on the main like home screen, like the smart TV home screen, and for some reason none of them were coming up, but I could still pull up the app if they were already on the remote. So I did that. I went on Amazon, and actually like on Amazon Prime I was actually able to exit out, and once I did that, I don't know if maybe I did it before and it didn't close out of like the app or something, and so it wasn't letting me open up any of the ones that were like on the home screen. Once I did that, then I went back and was able to again. So it took me like a half an hour before I was like, why is this not working? At the same time I was trying to upload, and I was like, what is going on? And so finally, like I said, that ended up happening and was actually worked. So then I was able to watch Hulu, because Hulu isn't one of the ones that's like programmed onto the remote. So like I said, I was uploading, and then it was on Hulu. I was actually just watching Family Guy, and I was like, okay, this works because don't have to totally pay attention to it, and I can try and upload like at the same time. So I did that. Then after that, I just sat there and watched more Family Guy. And then I woke up kind of late though today, so I think that's maybe why I didn't feel super like I really want to get stuff done. I did end up doing dishes, but I didn't end up uploading anything today, but I did upload today. I didn't end up editing any today, which I think I have scheduled through like, I think through the end of like the weekend. I think until Sunday I have them all scheduled out, because I had a lot that were actually edited. I just didn't get it uploaded recently. So like I said, got to that, and then I was like, you know what, I guess I'll go sit out in the living room and maybe, I don't know, just do some more family history research, because like I've done like for the most part like my actual like ancestors like up my family tree that are like I'm direct descendants of, I guess, but I haven't done a lot of adding like the siblings and stuff like that of some of my ancestors, which I have a lot of that information. And like from, I think I was telling you guys, maybe one of my like on my great grandpa's side of the family, somebody did his father's like whole genealogy before and printed it out. I actually think maybe it would be like his cousins or something like that, but like he never really saw his dad, I guess. His parents got a divorce when he was like little, and his father, I believe, remarried. So I don't know how close, I'm assuming he wasn't really close with like his dad's side of the family, but I do have a lot of information that I think, like I said, maybe was his cousin or something like that. Somebody ended up getting that information too. I believe it was my grandma, probably my aunt and stuff like that, and then ended up we have my grandma's stuff. So I have like all of that, and I think it goes back to like the early 1800s, but there are so many siblings. Like each like generation there were probably like 10 siblings or something like that. My great grandpa, I think, was the first one that ever only had one other sibling. He just had one brother. So but before that there was like, everybody was like his father had like probably 10 siblings or something like that, I believe. And I think the generation before that there was like another 10. I think the generation before that is just, we know the parents. I don't know that we know like their siblings as well, but it's a lot, and it's pretty, like I said, pretty crazy. So yeah, I have that information, but I just, like, that I didn't really end up adding. I didn't end up adding, I think I added my great grandma's. She is one of 8, I think. That's on my grandma's side, and I believe she is one of 8 children. And I added, I think, all of her siblings, with the exception of, I didn't add like their spouses and then their kids as well. So that would be like my grandma's cousins, which again, I know most of that information, and my mom knows a lot of that information as well. But we just, like I said, I didn't have it added. So I did end up adding that to the family tree too. So I don't know how some people do it, if they only do like just their direct like lineage up to, you know, whoever. But I think it's kind of interesting when you do get to see like that line kind of come down as well, and see like, oh, that's actually like my aunt or my cousin or something like that. That's, you know, or my third time once removed cousin, or, you know, however that stuff works. But, you know, like for my grandma, it would be her, you know, direct cousins and stuff like that. So like I said, it's interesting, I think, to add, but I don't know, like I said, how a lot of people do that. But personally, I like to add that just so that I also know as well. And I do know a lot of times too, like I'll always hear like either my aunt or my mom sometimes talking about, oh, so and so, and I'm like, I don't really know who that is. Like my my great aunt, who just recently passed away a few years ago, who was my great grandma's sister, her daughter and like my aunt and grandma, sort of, they were always like really close, because those two sisters, my great grandma and my great aunt, were really close. So like then their kids were, you know, really close as well. And so then like their kids, my mom and like their, you know, kids and stuff like that were, I don't know if they were super close, but, you know, like we still like we'll see them at family parties that we get invited to and stuff like that. You know, like when my aunt will host and stuff like that. I think normally she hosts a lot of times. She would do like a, Christmas Day, I think she normally would have a party, back when she used to live at her old house, and I believe since she moved she hasn't really, but yeah, they used to have a big one every year. And so it was always like, I was like, I know those people and I've heard them talked about, but I don't necessarily know who they are. And then when I'm like, oh, I can see them in the family tree, okay, that makes a lot more sense, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of confusing too, especially because like on my dad's side of the family, his grandma was one of 15 children, I believe. There were 15 children, and I believe 2 of them, like died young. So I think though that there were 13 or maybe 12 or something like that, like in total, which is really crazy when, again, you're trying to then figure out like, okay, now who are all of their kids, who are all of their, you know, their grandkids and stuff like that. It's a little confusing. So, you know, when there's such big families, especially when it goes up that high. But then you can see too, if you're like, oh, I didn't even know, like, you know, I was actually related to like another person that maybe you actually know is in the area, or, you know, something like that. So, yeah, like I said, guys, that was what I was up to today. More was just sort of adding like distant family, nobody that I guess is, again, they're related to me, but not like my direct descendants, or that I'm a direct descendant of. It was just more adding like spouses, their kids and stuff like that too, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I was doing today. And I also made the grocery list too for my dad to go to the store, because he said he's going to try and go to Aldi and Jewel both at the same time. So I think he'll go to Aldi first, get all the stuff there, and then if they don't have something at Aldi, pick it up at Jewel along with the list that I gave him for Jewel as well, because they have a couple things. I told you guys too how the grocery stores are not necessarily having like everything still sometimes, and like I've noticed even too, some of the stuff from Aldi has been like different brands. So So I'm almost wondering if it's because some, like, they're either like importing it from a different like supplier, or if some of the like factories have been closed down for, you know, whatever reason and stuff like that. But I did notice that too, because my dad was like, oh, I got these at Aldi, and I was like, that's funny, I've never noticed like that brand of whatever he ended up getting. So like I said, I was, you know, I was like, I didn't know if they changed, like, you know, because it's like their house brand sort of, or, you know, the bargain brand kind of stuff, and I didn't recognize it. And so I was like, oh, I didn't, you know that they had that like store brand, I guess. But that is mainly what Aldi's is. I just, like I said, I didn't recognize it, and I noticed that with a couple of things that they like don't have the normal ones of. So like I said, I don't know how they're doing it, but some stores, like again Aldi sometimes as well, doesn't necessarily have everything. They might be out of something, so if they are, then we can always grab it at Jewel if we need to. But he wanted to try and get, like I told you guys too, we've been doing like small like shopping trips. So my dad's gonna try and do both stores kind of as a bigger shopping trip, and then we will most likely not have to go to the store until hopefully at least a week. But I told you guys too, it's really difficult because, like, I mean, if we would run out of something, we run out of milk or something like that, my dad would just go and run and pick it up out at the store or whatever. But we're trying to avoid doing that and just doing it like with, okay, what are all of the other things that we need at the grocery store? Because like I said, my dad would, you know, be coming home from work or whatever, and we'd be like, oh, we're out of, you know, garbage bags or milk, or, you know, just again like something big that we probably really need, and he'd be like, oh sure, I can pick it up. But obviously right now he's not working, so he's not out anyway, and you know, we're trying to avoid that, like going out for just, oh, we forgot something. So hopefully we're trying to not forget anything so that we don't have to go out, but trying to again like prevent the, you know, again having to go out more than one time and stuff like that for you know, grocery shopping, at least within a week's time span and everything like that. So yeah, but Jewel actually looks like they have got a ton of produce on sale. I'm super excited. They got a ton of berries as well, which is awesome. I'm awesomely excited about that. And also they've got just some other little things too that I feel like they actually, Jewel and Aldi have both got a couple of good meat deals too. So I was like, let's try and stock up a little bit, just because we have diminished our, you know, what we already have out in the freezers and everything like that. We've been trying to like here and there use up these things. We've been, obviously, like I said, we're not eating out like at all, so we're running like low on, you know, making sure at least for dinner we always have dinner, and then most nights we'll have leftovers, so that's like lunch the next day, or else you just make something for yourself. You know, we got like chicken nuggets and, you know, other stuff like that as well for like lunches and everything. And we have salad, so you know, salad, and my mom wants to get some like chicken strip things that, you know, you can do over salad and everything. So anyways, that is, like I said, we're, you know, doing well food wise and everything like that. But you know, for somebody that loves to have freezer meals on hand in stock, I've noticed that we've been going through them a little bit. But the other thing is too, is that we've been buying so much more like snacky kind of stuff, like again chicken nuggets and hot pockets, that sort of thing, that are just like fast, you know, like a lunch or something like that for someone, that we don't have so much room in our outside freezer now. So where I would keep mainly just my freezer dinners, I can't find half of them that I know are out there, but they're buried underneath all the other stuff. So it's not easy to find what I'm trying to look for as well. So I don't know if there's a better way I can try and organize it, but it's like a deep like chest freezer. So there's not a really good way to organize it either, but we can't keep a ton of stuff inside because our freezer isn't huge on the inside. The one that we have, you know, attached to our refrigerator. So I mean, we're blessed to have a, you know, outside freezer that we can keep extra stuff in, which is awesome, because we wouldn't be able to do that with just the one we have inside. But again, it's a little bit of a pain that I can't find everything that I'm looking for all the time as well. But I guess it's good to have so much stuff that we can't find what we need, because there's so much out there. So, you know, I guess that's good. But anyways, guys, I need to get to bed. It's still a little early, so I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.